What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all 32 starting quarterbacks from worst to best. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. This does help a lot. And yeah, let's jump right into this. So as I said earlier, going to be ranking all 32 quarterbacks for the 2021-2022 season. So this isn't like how they performed before or anything like that. It's how they're going to perform for the next season. So first off, gotta clear some things up. So Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love are both in here. I'm assuming that this tier list was made like when there's a little bit of quarterback controversy because they didn't know if Aaron Rodgers was gonna be coming back. But yeah, it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers for this one. And then I think that Jameis Winston is gonna be starter, so we're gonna be ranking him, not Taysom Hill. I think that Jimmy G is going to be the starter for the San Francisco 49ers, at least for week 1. So, yeah, we're going to be ranking him in this one. I think that Drew Lock is probably going to be the starter for week 1 for the Broncos, so we're going to be ranking him. And then Andy Dalton, I think, is going to be the starter because, they posted an Instagram post of QB1, and it was reported that they promised him the starting job. So, yeah, he'll be the one ranked here. And I think that Cam Newman will be the starting quarterback for the Patriots. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, let's just jump right into this. So Tom Brady, I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I don't think that he's S tier anymore, but I still think that he is a good quarterback. He's amazing. Before the snap, after the snap, not so much. He's not very mobile, and his arm is obviously limited by his age, but he's still really good at pre-counting, which is definitely very important. And he brings a lot of experience and leadership to the team, which definitely can't be overlooked. So then we got Joe Burrow. I'm gonna put him in the B tier. He played a pretty good rookie season before he got murdered by his offensive line. But there have been reports saying that he doesn't trust his knee. So maybe we'll see a dip in productivity. Which is why I'm ranking him a little bit lower than I probably would if that report didn't come out. But he's still a B tier quarterback for me. Okay, Dak Prescott, he's also going in the B tier ahead of Joe Burrow. But I feel like these people are doing especially Cowboys fans, they're just like, oh, Dak Prescott is amazing. No, he's not. If he was amazing, he would have led you to a Super Bowl with that offensive line, Zeke in his prime, that wide receiver core. No, he's not. Come on. Oh god. And last year's stats, people were saying, oh, his stats are so good. Yeah, because they were losing by 30 plus points every game. So they had to throw the ball. There was no balance in their offense. They had to throw the ball. So yeah, just want to clear up those misconceptions with Dak. Maybe I'll even do a video. But yeah, he's a B tier quarterback. He's a good quarterback, not a great quarterback, not a bad quarterback. So Fitzmagic. He's going to go in the D tier for me. There's a reason that he hasn't been able to stay with a single team. It's because he's not really that good. He's a good backup, but he's going to be the starter for the Washington football team, and I don't think that is a good move at all. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes, S tier. In my opinion, the best quarterback in the league. In many people's opinion, the best quarterback in the league. And yeah, he's going in S tier. So we got Tyrod Taylor here. Yeah, no Deshaun Watson, though Deshaun Watson could end up as one of the starting quarterbacks on these other teams. I don't think that he's going to end up with the Texans or start another game with the Texans. I actually like Tyrod Taylor more than most. I'm going to put him in the C tier. I feel like Tyrod Taylor is just the unluckiest quarterback ever, but if you actually look at his play, he's a good he's a good field manager. Nothing special, but he does bring you some mobility. And, he led the Bills to their first playoff appearance in 20 years. So there's that. And then, Josh Allen, the rookie, didn't even lead them to playoffs the year after. Or maybe, no, he did lead them to playoffs. But, yeah, Tyrod Taylor led the team to the playoffs. And then, they went for Josh Allen. All right, he went to the Browns. Got injured there, so Baker Mayfield took over. And then he went to the Chargers, got injured there. And then Justin Herbert took over. So I feel like Tyrod Taylor is a decent quarterback that's just had a rough string of luck. So Sam Darnold, I think that his supporting cast wasn't doing him any favors in New York, so I'm going to put him in the C tier. Yeah, I think he could be a good quarterback. I think he'll definitely play better with the Panthers because he has more weapons around him, and like that's generally how like quarterback playing works. If you have a better team around you, you'll generally do better. Now I don't think that he'll improve drastically, but I think he'll be good enough to be in the C tier, and one of the bottom quarterbacks, but still a decent, below average, but a serviceable quarterback. Same thing with Jared Goff. I think that he is also a serviceable quarterback. Going to put him behind Sam Darnold. I don't know. I just feel like Jared Goff makes too many mistakes, but he still can be like a serviceable starting quarterback. That's really the C tier. It's just like you can have them as your starting quarterback. It's not ideal, but they can get the job done with the right supporting cast around them. Now it's unfortunate that or at least Jared Goff and Tyrod Taylor don't really have that many offensive weapons, but yeah, they're all going to go to the C tier. Okay, Aaron Rodgers S tier. I mean, yeah, not A tier, S tier. I mean, he was the MVP last season. Do I need to say more? Like, yeah, I don't know. Now Zach Wilson. I don't think that he's going to be too good. I think that he's like maybe even a worse prospect than Sam Darnold coming out of college, and he's basically drafted to a worse team than Sam Darnold was. So I'm going to put him behind Sam Darnold. And like I was never high on the Zach Wilson pick. I always thought that they should have took Justin Fields or at least just traded out of the position because he could have got so many picks and then took in like Trey Lance or something or Justin Fields even later on like trade with the Niners and then get a quarterback. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't see because it's really hard to evaluate rookies because well, I mean, they're freaking rookies. We haven't seen them play in the NFL, and college football is like so different from the NFL. But I don't know. Based on his supporting cast around him, yeah, I don't think that he's going to do too well. Now, he's not going to be D tier that bad, but I think he's going to be C tier. Okay, Russell Wilson. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Aaron Rodgers. I prefer him over Aaron Rodgers as my starting quarterback. Not to say that Aaron Rodgers is bad. I just think that Russell Wilson is that good, and I think that he is. Yeah, I think he's the second best quarterback in the NFL. Yeah, so he goes in the S tier. He can just do it all. He can carry a bad O-line. He can carry bad weapons. He can just carry a bad team to the playoffs, and that is something. Daniel Jones. I actually think that Daniel Jones will be good this season because, as I said earlier, if you got a good supporting cast around you, it's pretty hard to fail, and that's what the Giants have done. They've got him a great supporting cast. A decent O-line, but they have amazing weapons. 2 tight ends, 4 wide receivers, and Saquon Barkley as your running back. You can't go wrong there. Also, they upgraded on the defense, which means that they'll probably get Daniel Jones some short fields. So I actually think that Daniel Jones will be decent or average this season. Now, he needs to work on his turnover problem, his fumbling problem, and his interception problem. But I think that in the right circumstances, he can level up to a B tier quarterback for the next season, though he is going to be at the end of the B tier. Now, Kirk Cousins is, I feel like, just the epitome of B tier. Yeah, he's like now, the question is to put him ahead or below Joe Burrow. You know what? Because Joe Burrow has, this knee problem, I'll put him ahead of Joe Burrow, though not by a lot. I mean, Kirk Cousins is the ultimate stat compiler. He'll get you your stats. He'll win against your bad teams. He'll win the games that you should win, but he'll lose the games that you should lose, and you'll lose them pretty terribly. So, yeah, that's my stance on Kirk Cousins. And I see Vikings fans, there's Kirk Cousins fans. Like the last time I did this, they were just like, "You should have put Kirk higher." Like, no, he shouldn't have. If you're an A-tier quarterback, you gotta at least be able to carry some part of your team and lead them to the playoffs, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Kirk Cousins is going in the B tier. Josh Allen. Josh Allen's definitely going in the A tier. He'll go ahead of Tom Brady just because I feel like he's at a better stage in his career. He's still young. He's got a cannon of an arm, and he's still developing. And I think that he'll be even better next season than he was last season. And he was pretty good last season, especially since his bond with Stephon Diggs is only going to strengthen. And, while Tom Brady's, kind of regressing, not really though, he's actually kind of plateaued. he's not regressing somehow. But yeah, Josh Allen is still ascending, and I think he'll ascend above Tom Brady for next season, so he's going to go into A tier. Justin Herbert's also going to go into A tier, but he's going to be after Tom Brady. Yeah, Justin Herbert was definitely a surprise last season. Definitely a surprise. And yeah, he had the best rookie quarterback season of all time. So I feel like he deserves to be in the A tier. Now it's still to see like whether he'll have a sophomore slump or continue to develop. Because if he continues to develop, like he could end up in the S tier in no time. But I'm just gonna keep him in the A tier for now. Ryan Tannehill, he's gonna go at the top of the B tier. I feel like people like talk bad about Ryan Tannehill because of his years in Miami, but like he had Adam Gase as his coach. Okay, it's not his fault. And ever since he came to Tennessee, or came to the Titans, he's been like a top like maybe 7 quarterback in the league. So yeah, he's really good. Now, do I think that he can carry his team? No, which is why he's going to go in B tier along with these other people. But yeah, like I don't know. He's a really good player, and with the right supporting cast around him, he can definitely be very good. So Tua's going to go in the C tier. I think he's going to be above Sam Darnold, but that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm not that big of a believer in Tua. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I feel like he has a great supporting cast around him, so if he doesn't do well this season, I think it's time to move on. But I did predict that the Dolphins would make the playoffs, so there's that. So that shows that Tua will actually be a game manager at the least. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not that huge of a believer in Tua, and I think that he's even got less talent than Daniel Jones. Okay, Jameis Winston is he's gonna go in the D tier. Like I don't know. I don't buy the whole thing where he fixes turnover problem. Like I'll believe it when I see it. All right, in an actual regular season game. Like last time he started, he threw 30 picks. So who's to say he won't do it again with the Saints, who probably have a worse supporting cast than the Buccaneers? Now I know he got like eye surgery or something, so that might help him. But yeah, I'm not a huge believer in Jameis Winston, and until he proves me wrong, he's going to stay in the D tier. Kyler Murray, he's going to go in the bottom of the A tier. I think that Kyler Murray is really, really, really good. And what makes him really good is that he is he might be the second best runner on this list behind Lamar Jackson, as well as he throws a beautiful ball because he used to be a baseball player. So he has a nice touch on his ball, and he can also extend your plays, which is something that you really like to see. And yeah, he's going to go in the bottom of the A tier. Now, Derek Carr is also going to go in the B tier. I'm going to put him ahead of Dak. I might get some flack for it, but I feel like that's accurate. I like Derek Carr a lot. I like Derek Carr more than most people. And yeah, I feel like he's like the B tier is really just for players that can't carry their team. They need a good supporting cast around them. Well, the A tier and the S tier can carry lackluster units, but I feel like Derek Carr, given the right situation, can make all the throws, and he's been pretty good for the past few years. And I honestly don't understand why he gets so much flack. Okay, Jalen Hurts, he's going in the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like what I saw from Jalen Hurts last season, and that supporting cast around him is not doing him any favors, to say the least. So yeah, he can extend the play with his legs, so he does have some things going for him. But overall, yeah, I think that he's going to be the worst starting quarterback in the league. Okay, Baker Mayfield also going to go in the B tier, behind Joe Burrow, I think, but above Daniel Jones. Yeah, if you really look at it, Baker Mayfield has had every opportunity to succeed with the Browns. He has, maybe if you take out the quarterback of every team, the Browns have the best roster in the NFL. Like, maybe even by far. I don't know. I actually wouldn't say by far, because the Buccaneers also have a good roster. But yeah, the Browns roster is amazing. So the fact that he couldn't beat Chad Henne is definitely concerning, to say the least. Now, he is a good system quarterback, I think. as with all of these guys, and can't succeed with the right situation around him, which is why he has succeeded um, in Cleveland. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that he's a great quarterback, but he's still a B tier quarterback. Now Jimmy G, again, one of these guys. I'll put him right below Joe Burrow. No, actually, the more I think about it, Kirk Cousins is also going to go below Joe Burrow, and then Jimmy G is going to go above Kirk Cousins. So, I see a lot of Niners fans like saying, get rid of Jimmy G. Like, why? Man, like, the one season that he was fully healthy, you guys went to the Super Bowl. The 2 seasons that he wasn't healthy, you guys won like 4 games in each season. So, like, I know you guys got Trey Lance and all that, but I feel like you should do a Patrick Mahomes situation here and let Trey Lance develop because he's still like an unrefined prospect, and just let Jimmy G do his thing, and he'll lead you to the playoffs most definitely with that supporting cast. Because again, these B tier quarterbacks are only as good as their supporting cast. Okay. Yeah, I was lying when I said that Jalen Hurts is going to be the worst quarterback. I forgot about Drew Lock. It's going to be Drew Lock. Like, do I even need to say more? Yeah, Drew Lock just turnovers, too nonchalant for me, so he goes in number D. Or, not number D, in D tier. Matt Stafford is also going to go in the B tier, right behind Ryan Tannehill. So, like, we've seen this, as I said earlier, the B tier is for the players that need help around them, and we saw Matt Stafford in Detroit. He needed help. Now, the Rams have a lot of help for him, which is why I think that they will make the playoffs with him, and I think that he'll actually have a good season. But for now, yeah, he goes in the B tier as he can't really carry his team like some of these other players can. Andy Dalton, he's going to go in the top of the D tier, but... yeah, other than that, not really going to give him too much love. I actually think that they probably should start Justin Fields, but I think that they will start Andy Dalton. But yeah, Andy Dalton is a fine quarterback, I suppose. In Cincinnati, he actually had a few decent years where he led them to the playoffs. But yeah, now he should be a backup quarterback. Like these D tier quarterbacks probably should be backups, but he's going to be the starter apparently. So yeah, he's going to go in D. Lamar Jackson is going to go in the A tier, right below Josh Allen. Now Lamar Jackson's won 80% of his games, so he's a good quarterback. He can lead you to the playoffs. Now he's not one of those quarterbacks that can come from behind with his huge arm, because his arm isn't really that good, but what makes him dynamic is his legs and his ability to extend the play and also scramble and run for huge chunks of yards. So yeah, he's going to go in the A tier. Ben Roethlisberger, he's going to go in the B tier, right above Daniel Jones. Now, I don't buy this narrative that he's got like nothing in the tank left, but I also don't think that he's like at his prime or even like fading out of his prime, because even him fading out of his prime probably would make it into the A tier. But yeah, I feel like he's nearing the end of his career. He's like on his last legs, but he's still a B tier quarterback for me. Matt Ryan. I actually like Matt Ryan a lot. He's going to go in the B tier above Matt Stafford. I think that he's definitely a better quarterback than Matt Stafford. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like people will get like low on Matt Ryan for something. Or like for some reason, but he's a really good quarterback, and if you like look at him just as a quarterback, he's actually played very well. Now, he's in the B tier because with no help, he can't get anywhere. So yeah, that's why he's in the B tier. Carson Wentz, I actually think that he'll be a good quarterback because of his supporting cast. I'm actually gonna put him right ahead of Dak, which I know will cause some Cowboys fans to get angry, but I think that he deserves to be there because, like, this is like how they're gonna play next season, and I feel like Carson Wentz with that supporting cast with the O-line, with actually him having weapons and him hopefully the whole team doesn't get injured around him like it did in Philadelphia. I actually think that he could be a good quarterback and revitalize his MVP form in 2017. Where, like, hands down, he was better than Dak in 2017. Like, no questions asked. And, yeah, I think that he can get back to that. Or at least somewhere close to it. And I think that he can actually play really well. So, Cam Newton. I don't like Cam Newton that much. He'll go. Yeah, he'll go above Jameis Winston, but below Andy. No. Cam Newton. You know what? He's gonna go in the bottom of the C tier. Sure. Why the hell not? Cam Newton, I feel like, is Lamar Jackson, but worse. He isn't good. He isn't good with his arm. He's actually worse than Lamar Jackson throwing the ball, and he's worse runner than Lamar Jackson. So he's like a homeless man's Lamar Jackson. But yeah, he'll still go in the C tier. And Trevor Lawrence, I think he'll go in the B tier. Now, do I think that he can become an A tier quarterback? Sure. Do I think that maybe putting him in the B tier right now is, a tall order? But yeah, sure. But I think that this is purely basing on how they're gonna play next season. And I think that Trevor Lawrence has enough talent to at least carry his team and at least play well enough to deserve to be in the B tier. So yeah, he'll go in the B tier for now, though definitely has the potential to go up, as do all of these rookie quarterbacks. Yeah, so anyways, that is going to be for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Too easy!